Graeme, game you dominated for large spells, one of those odd games where you would have hoped to win it after dominating for such a long time, but then are you grateful for the point? What's your overriding feeling?
I think possession was 61-39. I think we had more shots than them, both first half and second half. So you can only look at the facts of the game. The style of play brought more chances for us than it did for Millwall. I think you see a team in Luton Town long term that's developing, and it's got many different ways of playing. We won the game at Blackburn with far less possession than we had tonight. So we've managed to take 4 points from two really difficult fixtures, changed the shape a few times and managed to get a positive result.
And in the end the goal came from two substitutes. Does that give you, as a manager, extra kind of lead?
For the players, yeah, because the manager can make substitutions if the players aren't ready and the attitude isn't right and you haven't managed them well and explained reasons why you're doing things. You're not going to get that kind of performance. Kazenga, Callum and Luke Bolton were ready for their role, and as a manager it's all he asked for: contribute to the team when needed, and that's exactly what the boys did.
4 points from 2 games. That's a good return.
Yeah, but I think our performance was good enough for 6 points. That's the truth. That's absolute truth. But in this league, you get challenges like that. I mean, Blackburn were completely different in Millwall, completely different in every aspect. Now we're becoming adaptable, and now we're becoming flexible. So the positive for me is that we've got another positive result, and we'll move on to Derby quite quickly.
Were you surprised at Millwall? They seem to set up relatively defensively. Well, they were certainly happy to sit back, let you go. You have the ball, which probably isn't normally. In the Championship, it's more on the front foot. But Millwall were just happy to sit back.
Yeah, I mean, Millwall have got their style. It's not for me, but Neil's done a fantastic job there. No, I'm not. Styles is just choices. And Neil came with a plan. I thought they played on the counter. When we give the ball away, they were at their most dangerous, with Wallace and Mahoney. But we coped really well. They weren't a threat first half at all. Obviously they scored. I'll have to look in detail why they scored, but the reaction from our players was magnificent. I was absolutely delighted with the character of the boys. I think I spoke at the weekend about the same mental and physical consistency in their performance for 95 minutes, and I feel like I got that again. And when you got that makes you competitive, and it puts you in a position where you're going to get football results.
You feel just straight after the goal, the players were almost like shocked, or took just 5-10 minutes maybe just to readjust and go again, as it were?
We got a little bit ragged. Because we're trying to score immediately, and football's not like that. But the intention of the reaction was there, and sometimes you have to keep probing, and you have to do it in a level-headed way, and not tally-ho where you're throwing the kitchen sink at everybody. It would just be nice to be 0-0 in a game and then be in a position to make some positive substitutions, because that was the plan, rather than reactive ones and how it looks. But overall, I'm satisfied. Thank you.
How frustrating was it to concede first game? Because that's becoming a bit of an annoying habit, especially at home.
Say that again, Mike.
How frustrating to concede first? Because at home it seems to be a bit of a habit that's happening.
Yeah, it's. You don't want that, mate. You want to take the lead, don't you? Maybe we'll take the lead and get beat. So everybody wants this ideal world of clean sheets and score first. The end result was a draw, and on Saturday I got back in the game. We reacted again and won 2-1. So it's about the character of the players, about the reaction. Again, it's something we've worked at, or something we spoke about, something I've instilled, that it's in every performance. So I'd rather look at the positives.
After defending so well, the way the goal came slightly soft, wasn't it? The far post must be disappointed for that.
I don't know, Mike. I'll have to see it back. I can remember Dan Potts over covering a little bit and Guy taps it in back post, but I'm here for positives. We just took 4 points. We've been promoted 15 months ago in League 2. We just took 4 points at Blackburn and against Millwall out here. I think that's enough said.
Obviously, James Collins had a couple of chances. Look, recently denied because the keeper made some fantastic saves this evening, didn't he?
James Collins had some good chances. Yeah, I mean, my look at the stats are, we controlled the game, dominated the game. They scored on a breakaway and a cross. We had more shots than them, more possession than them. If you look at the long-term probability of our team and potential, the style of play is there for everybody to see. We played completely different at Blackburn. We changed the shape 3 times. That adaptability of the players is so satisfying. But the principle of play is exactly the same. We want the ball and we want to hurt teams and we want possession, and honestly I'm really satisfied with many things.
And you pushed Luke Bowman further forward than he has played, and that showed that was a really good move because that was a great run across for the equaliser, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, people see a full-back coming on the pitch sometimes and they don't think it's a positive substitution. It was, because we're defending with one less body at the back. But again, I'll repeat myself, it needs to be, the attitude of the players needs to be correct, else you can make all the subs in the world, you can make 10 subs and it won't affect it. So their attitude and their understanding of the role and the communication, I've seen Luke speak to every single player as he comes on the pitch and let them know what we're doing, so we're on the same page. And we're now adding things to our armoury as the season goes on. We played 3 different systems tonight and we were a threat in all 3. So really satisfied.
I was really pleased to see Callum score as well. First goal I think since November 2018. Just we finished it.
Yeah, but in the last week I've saw the Callum McManaman from 2013. And there's only me can see it because I know him so well. He has this sharpness and this abrasiveness about his play, and he wants the ball and he wants to hurt people, and it's there, it's back, and it's took a bit of time because I'll repeat myself. I really believe in Callum McManaman. Callum McManaman's applying himself. He's got elite talent, and we brought 2 1v1 players on the pitch in Kaz and Callum to play against Millwall's 2 banks of 4, and it worked. So I'll repeat myself, really satisfied.
Do you get excited by Callum? Can he do great things again like he has done in the past?
Yeah, he can, because he's still 28. He's not finished, and his lifestyle is perfect. He's committed to football. He's committed to Luton Town Football Club. But that was a human agreement I had with him back in June, that if I was going to take him, I wanted that level of commitment. And when I see signs of what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 days, it pleases me because I know what's coming. So you have to know your players, and that's why he entered the pitch.
Just ask you on Izzy Bradley, maybe things didn't quite happen for him today, but you can see his class, can't you?
He's a top player, is he? Remember, he's still getting fit, and physically I left him on the pitch maybe 10 or 15 minutes longer than I wanted to, but sometimes it's one pass or one shot and one bit of quality and it can change the game. But he's still getting fit, is he? So people need to understand that. But delighted with him.
He's pleased by how kind of quickly he's become a key kind of figure really in the side.
Well, he was signed for that reason. Identified that role for him. We tried to fit him in as a number 8. It certainly improved him physically playing that role because it's more demanding, especially off the ball. So when we cut him back and he ended up playing his natural position, which was a 10, I think he's given a huge contribution in the last 2 games, but there's a lot more to come from Izzy Brown.
What game?
What did you think of Ryan Thompson's performance against himself?
I thought he was excellent. I thought his mentality, I thought his composure and control against a former team when it's easy to be rash and emotional, something we spoke about. So his self-control was magnificent and again contributed to the draw. Look at the 14 performances. It's very, very difficult to be critical. That's what it took to get a 1-1 draw in the Championship. That's how competitive the league is. We've took 4 points from 2 games, so satisfied with all the players.
Doesn't get any easier, does it? Came on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, but Blackburn was difficult as well, so we'll go to Derby trying to win. That'll be always the intention. We won't be going there to draw, certainly won't be going there to get beat, but we'll be going there to try and win, so we'll see how the boys are tomorrow. Recovery's the key now, and we'll see where we are on Saturday.
You don't really look like underdogs in games like that. Is that how you kind of feel? You kind of feel as if you deserve to be regarded as a team that can go to Derby and win?
We're not underdogs anymore, and the players believe that. Early on I couldn't say that to you, but the players believe that now. And we are ourselves when we play, whether that's the way we played tonight with the ball or without the ball, the way we did on Saturday. So I'm really satisfied the progress, because the players believe that they're at this level now, and that's the biggest pleasure, because it was the biggest hurdle.
Two very creative set pieces, corner in the first half and a free kick in the second. Obviously a lot of work going on the training ground working on those.
Yeah, I mean, that's been there from minute one, but sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. I think between myself and my staff, the only thing you work for is your conscience, and we put in the effort. I can guarantee you that. Gary Brabham, Ini Idiakes, the goalkeeping coaches, Rylan Morgan. I really like where we are professionally. We're creative. I think we've got a strong staff, and it was representative in the defensive set players and the attacking set players. So extremely satisfied with that aspect as well.